sessions and advice for all walks of life. With J, Marie, and Blue, we've got topics just for you, bringing it all to light. With vividly vocal. With vividly vocal.
What's up, y'all, and welcome back to Vividly Vocal with your host, J. Marie.
And Blue.
And y'all, we actually have a special guest today.
For the first time.
On
this podcast.
Yes. You want to introduce yourself, young Esquire?
It's the one and only, always imitated, never duplicated, Brother Jody, the real Jody. Hey, it's nice to finally get to meet you guys. Oh, it's all laughs.
Welcome,
Like-
Brother Jody, a dear friend of this podcast.
Yes, welcome. Welcome. How are you today?
I'm doing all right. It's pretty cold out today.
It really is.
yeah.
It's freezing
It
outside.
is. I don't know why, but it's a day the Lord has made, and we shall rejoice and be glad in it. Amen.
Let me get a fan, because hold on, you about to preach it. So, y'all, before we start, y'all know we got to do our highs and lows. So, Miss Blue,
God,
you want to
I don't-
start off?
You go first. I don't know my highs and lows for the week.
What the heck?
I didn't think about it.
Well, let me see. My high right now is, if y'all didn't know, my YouTube channel has hit 300 subscribers. I'm actually at 305 now, but I have reached the milestone right now of 300, and now we are on the road to 5. We're going to skip 4 and go straight to 5. I don't have a low right now. I'm just still trying to, keep my sanity and be, mentally stable.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's it's not a low, but, I don't want to get it to a low, but I don't have a low this week.
Okay. My high, I would say I once again worked out consistently for 5 days this week. And my low is I'm very tired and I'm just trying to keep going on this hamster wheel we call life.
Why
That's
when you
good,
said hamster wheel, I thought of the hamster mobile, the Kia Souls. I
Oh
don't
my
know.
gosh.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Don't know. So, Mr. Jody.
Ah, yes. High for this week. I'm finally down. Came down from college. Get to be with my friends and family.
Yeah.
Get a relaxation from school. Low this week. Being in college, and it's fucking hard. Yeah, and I'm tired of doing it. I'm ready to graduate and get out of there.
So, before we start, do you have any advice right now for, college students? That's in college right now, newly in college?
Newly in college. Well, let me start off. For those of us that are listening to this channel and are about to go to college, get as much scholarship money as you can.
Right.
There's scholarship money out there for anything and everything. It's just waiting for somebody to get it. For those of us who are in college still struggling, keep up the fight. That's all I can say. Hey, when it gets dark out there, you look for the light. It's coming around the corner, but you just got to get there first.
That's a beautiful word. Well, without further ado, you guys, let's get into the topic. And this topic is about the hookup culture.
Damn!
So when I heard about this, y'all, I never knew it had a name to it. So I'm like, I know about hookups, but y'all really put a name to it, like the hookup culture. So without further ado, let's define hookup culture. So what is hookup culture?
Hookup culture is one that accepts and encourages casual sexual encounters, including one-night stands and other related activity, without necessarily including emotional intimacy, bonding, or a committed relationship.
So basically it's a one-night stand.
Yeah.
I mean, it can be sneaking links, all them.
All that.
So that's what the fuck that is. So they just give it
Like an umbrella term.
Oh, I feel kind of dumb because I was like, when y'all said hookup culture, I'm like, what the fuck is that? Yeah, I went on Google and I'm just writing shit, but
You know, and damn well you got a hookup culture yourself.
Child.
shut up. So let me me ask this question: have y'all ever had a sneaky link?
Of
And
course.
Yeah.
how did that go? Did it become more than a sneaky link, or did it become less of a sneaky link? Or let me
Sister Blue, I'll let you answer
think.
that.
Let me think. Not necessarily so how you would define a sneaky link as somebody you just link up with sexually and you go your separate ways.
That's it.
Well, no, not exactly a sneaky link. Let me say we were on our way to a romantic relationship, but things happened in his life to where he could not move forward with a romantic relationship. So he lost his job, and he said, you know, I have strong feelings for you, but I have nothing to offer you right now. So I cannot move forward with a romantic relationship. And I was like, okay, you know. And, you know, we continue to, you know.
Fuck around.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
it was a sneaky link, but it was like y'all were kind of.
We were in the talking stage.
Yeah, there
But then
we
it
go.
turned, I mean, I guess you could say it turned into a sneaky link type thing. But, like, it wasn't sneaky because he told his friends about me, talked to his friends about me and
no.
stuff.
Yeah,
so it's not,
you was
it's,
just you
it's
was
sneaky
his
on my
little boo.
end. It's sneaky
Yeah.
on my
Oh,
end.
see, hear the real truth to the story. He was his little boo thing.
Yeah.
Little yeah. Little yeah. We all got a little yeah out there, you know.
No, I don't.
You see,
I don't. Not at
I
this
don't. It's a dry season.
moment. It
a
is
drive.
celibacy season.
It's the dry season right now. But as far as sneaky links, I had one, but it just seems like every time I try to have a sneaky link, they want to become more than it. Like,
Oh my gosh.
can we just fucking like leave it alone? Like, I want to come over, get my cat drilled in, and can I just go
Damn.
home?
Oh my God.
What you mean? We're not even gonna get into that. Listen.
What? I'm being honest though. Like, I just want to come to your house. I want to get my cat drilled in. I might want to cuddle for like a little bit. Then let me go home.
Oh my
does
God.
the cuddling affect something? Like,
Nah.
I feel like you want to sneak a link. You just want to fuck and go your separate ways. Nothing more, nothing less. Just fuck.
That means no cuddling.
Yeah, no
nothing like
cuddling.
that?
Know your role.
Know your role?
Yes, cuddling brings in intimacy.
oh man, okay, that's
See,
why I
I
fucked up
can't.
at
But
then.
this the thing. I can't do no fucking if I'm not cuddling. That's I don't know
Well,
if I
a lot
can
of
do that.
guys don't need to cuddle. They be like,
See
bye.
those?
See you later.
That's a jackrabbit sound. I don't know about that one.
So have
See.
you had a sneaky link?
Now listen here, Brother Jody has
Oh,
had. I done had a sneaky link from time to time. It's not something that I can sustain though. I'm not really a person that's just we gonna fuck and that's gonna be it. Cause I'm not a that's gonna be it person. You know, like I'm definitely gonna. Especially if the sex good, like I'm gonna definitely be like, let me cook you a little breakfast.
Okay.
Let me take care of you. Like you need something.
That's intimacy.
But look,
Thank you.
well, look, I don't think I cannot be intimate. I'm an
Okay.
intimate guy,
Okay.
you know?
So
Yeah.
can you hook up with somebody without the emotional attachment?
I feel like I give emotional attachments just randomly.
You a Sagittarius.
I am.
That's why.
But it's
I'm sorry,
like
that's why.
anybody that I come in contact with and that like I genuinely have a connection with, we build something. No matter if it be small or big, that's just
Yeah.
something that happens. So it's like I feel like that's where my downfall in these sneaky links and the theory of having whores or hoes.
Right.
I can't really do that because I'm gonna get attached. I'm gonna want to talk to you and I'm gonna
Right.
develop some type of connection, whether it
Right.
be small or big.
I think that's why I don't have sneaky links, because I tried and it's hard. It's hard on my end because it's not that I don't want to pursue. Sometimes I do want to pursue, but it's just like, what do you come with? Like, do you have kids that I don't know about? Like, I don't know. I just don't want the extra attachments. I don't know. I just want to fuck. That's it. I just want to fuck.
But you can't just be fucking anybody because that's how you get caught up.
There you go.
That's how you get caught up because I'm a strong believer. There's people out here that got some cat out there that's gonna drive a man wild, drive a nigga up the walls.
Oh.
Like shit, shit. But that you go to say they got people out here with dick that drive people crazy.
Right.
I done made a couple of people crazy.
That's why my shit. That's why my shit in the box. I create psychopaths. I think. I feel
Oh,
them.
damn.
Yeah. Not no Russian roulette type shit.
Speaking on that.
Waiting for
Oh. Good.
Come on.
Good people. Here's the question here. Can we take a moment and explain different sneaky link situations that we have had?
We can. I mean,
Okay, let me start off by giving this story. This is not my sneaky link story. I promise you, the viewers, it's not. So I got a friend. Let's call him Mike. All right. So Mike was telling us this story about this woman who he was involved with, telling us how he was finally linking up with her. He was doing all types of stuff, make her come in a minute, and some nasty freaky shit. This man was talking about using his toes and all on the girl. It's wild. I'm dead
Footsies.
ass. Footsies with the woman's clitoris. That's what he said. But it came to my attention that a lot of the stuff that he said were lies, right? But here's the real kick of the fact. This man didn't tell us about this game that he invented with her. And y'all never guess the name of the game.
Speaking of, you went off Russian roulette, so let's say Russian roulette.
Russian roulette, right? This man,
I can't stop laughing.
for his sneaky link,
Oh my god.
wanted to see how much he could rub his genitals against the girl before it pops in.
How much
And that's the Russian roulette of
How
it.
much wood could a woodchuck wood? What is it?
Oh man.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
But look, that was like some crazy freaky stuff right there. So do y'all have any?
So would he have sex after that? Would they have sex? Is this foreplay,
I don't know.
or
I don't
is this
know.
just the
I
act
don't
of
know.
just rubbing and they're not
I'm
doing
pretty
anything
sure
else?
he's still a virgin. Okay, it didn't slip in that many times, but when it did, it was like, how the Pillsbury Doughboy, he make that woo, magical. Right?
God. I don't think I have anything like that. off the top of my head.
Let me see. My sexual encounter with a sneaky link. Okay, this is my story. I mean, the only story I have is he wanted to blow in my cat.
What?
I think
And
I
you
told this
started
story.
crying.
Like a
because-
trumpet?
Yeah.
Like a balloon, you said?
Yeah, because I heard you could die from that. It's on
We talked about this on the sex education episode.
It's on Google.
Blowing air
If it
into
has
a
nowhere
cat?
to escape. If there's too much and there's nowhere to escape.
Damn, she gonna explode. That bitch gonna pop. Damn.
That was the only situation I really just had. I mean, my sneaky links, they was alright, but they just wanted to pursue something more. And at the time, and still right now, I don't think I'm ready to become something more with somebody right now. Like mentally, I'm not ready because I'm just now, leaving from a marriage, and I'm trying to find my way, to somebody else's heart. I just can't do it right now.
Let's say a tall, maybe about 6'3", black man, little afro, little mustache. He likes to play video games on YouTube, and he walks through the door and says, "I'm looking for the love of my life." What are you gonna do? Very devout. Let's say he likes to do broadcasts of some kind on the internet. Let's say playing games like Fortnite, Overwatch, all of them.
He also
He's a
doesn't
prominent
mind.
figure.
Let me stop. Never mind.
What you about to say?
Nah. I ain't gonna put no business like that out. We gonna keep
What you say? What would I do? What you about to say?
nothing.
What you say? What would I
But
do?
he walks through the door and says, "I'm looking for the love of my life. I'm looking for my let's call it WeTube Bay." What happens when he walks through the door and he says, "I'm looking for the love of my life"? What's gonna happen?
You gonna tell him no?
I'm
Or you
fall.
gonna jump in his arms?
Oh, get out my mind. I'm going to follow that man on.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
like, take me. I am yours, baby. I am right. Yeah. I am all yours. But, okay, I lied. That's,
For that one person, that's
but,
the exception.
For that one person, like, okay, so have you ever been weak for one sneaky link? Like, that one sneaky link is just like, Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
like you hit different.
For sure.
Yes.
Like,
Absolutely.
tell me your story. Like, Mr. Jody. I know. I feel like you got some stories.
I got
built up.
stories for days. Okay.
Well, what sneaky link gets you there? Like, what sneaky link is your favorite sneaky? Well, don't say the name, but what makes that sneaky link your favorite sneaky link?
That sneaky link can do things that nobody else has never ever did. Okay.
Oh.
Hey, that sneaky
Define
link
that
right there.
sense.
I'm talking about freakiest, nastiest, and it's like I don't think I ever told that sneaky link, just how much she was, but that girl pressure.
What pressure?
Hey, big pressure. That little motherfucker.
That pussy got power.
Hey,
that pussy
got
got power.
power.
Hey, period. What about you, Miss Blue?
Well, it's not like y'all said, my little yaya or whatever. He's not necessarily a sneaky link, but
Well,
it's
yeah.
sneaky on my end. But it's just something about him. How do I say this?
Presses the right buttons.
He just does. Huge dick. That helps
Damn.
most definitely. Just so big.
But this is a question. Let's ask this question because there's been this huge controversy
Okay.
over does size matter. Now I'm gonna say this right now for the viewers. Ain't no goddamn shame in my game, brother Jody working with some pressure. Goddamn. But the question is, you see on TikTok nowadays, the girls are saying, over 5 inches is too much. So in y'all opinions, what is that ratio? What's too much? What's too little? And the secondary question to that is, if a little dick nigga come and try to fuck on y'all, but he everything that you ever could want in a man, are you gonna still fuck with him or not?
Let me see.
Okay.
I'm talking about.
Go
He says he's 7 inches, but I don't believe him because I don't know. But it's very big. But the size, you said the size matter is your first question.
Yes. Yeah.
I would say it depends on how you use it, but at the same time, I've had guys who are like shorter, who are less girthy. Let's say, I was messing with a guy who didn't have as much girth, and it just felt like he was poking me with it. It wasn't stretching me. It wasn't, it wasn't that pleasurable for me. Maybe it was something he was doing, like poke, and it just I was not into it. I wasn't that into it. And like, let's say in terms of length, if it's shorter, how deep is it gonna go? Or it depends on how he's using it, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I would say it depends on how you use it, but in my experience, sometimes it do, sometimes it don't.
Right.
And your secondary question: if a man with everything I ever wanted, but he has a small,
He got a small dick. Let's say you got about 4 inches, right? And about 3-inch girth.
3-inch. 3-inch girth about this big.
Well, I don't know. Shit. What? Half an inch girth. Half an inch girth.
Girth is like this.
You got 4 inches and half an inch girth.
If he's everything I ever wanted.
Everything you
I
ever
would
wanted.
probably be willing to put that aside.
Damn.
So if he's everything I ever wanted, he could eat pussy good. He's probably very creative. So he could probably do some creative things to satisfy me that does
What the
not
hell is
completely.
creative? Like, he go fucking
He'll
flip
figure
you over,
something-
put you on they got a song said the man was on a song talking about fucking a bitch on the ceiling. You want a nigga to fuck
He'll
you on the
figure it
ceiling?
out. Whatever it is, he'll figure it out if he's everything I ever wanted.
That's a lot of harnesses.
So, but if
Hooks
he
and ropes and chains excite
God.
me.
if he'll figure it out. If he's everything I ever wanted, I would be willing to put that one thing aside.
Right.
Because penetration is not everything to me.
Right.
And there's also the use of toys if I really want it.
Right.
So, I mean, I'd be willing to look aside that.
Oh shit, it's my turn. Okay, as far as length, I feel because.
You like
Okay.
them short dicks, don't you?
Wow. No. Okay. I'm trying to think because I don't like long things.
Whoa.
I don't like them too. I don't like them too long. But I mean, it's a little TMI, but it's the way a lot of things inside of me is positioned, and something got a dip in it, so I can't take a lot. So
yeah, vaginas do have a dip in it. Some of them like I don't like doggy style because the way it curves, and
Yeah.
it'll touch you like your cervix.
yeah,
So-
something got a dip in it, and it's just
Right.
like
It's the angle.
It's certain things I can't take in certain angles. So I mean, I feel like 6 inches is enough for me.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Anything above 6 inches, do not come talk to me.
Wow.
That's just I can't do it. I don't
Damn.
know. Now,
So,
as far
Mr. M.
My
So,
God.
I can't remember or not, Blue. Remind me
Okay.
if our friend the monkey has
Okay.
been mentioned on the show.
He has, but we refer
we're
to
talking
him as
as tune.
Tune.
Tales of
So-
the tune.
So you remember Tune, huh?
Unfortunately. I have
Unfortunately.
inkling memory.
Inkling remembers. Do you remember that time of Tune being one of your sneaky links? Do you remember that time?
I don't mind confessing the sin. Yeah, he was.
Oh. So you telling me that you...
That's a sin I'm going to commit. Yeah.
Ooh.
He was, y'all. I bet y'all like the yeah.
The Tune was a sneaky link.
It's been exposed. It's
It's
been
a-
brought to light.
It's been brought
I
to
was
light.
never gonna say it.
He was Blue, y'all. Blue was keeping this for a long time, but he
Brother
was.
Jody gonna always bring it to the light. I'm always gonna say what
We gonna be
needs to be
truthful
said.
on this motherfucker. He was, but it didn't last long.
So was Tune just right for you?
No, I mean,
But they never penetrated.
yeah.
Just a little RR.
I would call it Russian roulette, but I mean we call it we call it
Back to the story.
call it dominoes. Call it spade a spade.
Oh. Wow.
Oh. But as far as girth, I can't have nothing too big, too fat. I'm sorry. It's just certain things a vagina wall can take.
Oh my gosh.
And you said the last thing was if this man had
Everything.
and his penis was small,
Yep.
I could make him get a penis pump, and we kind
A
of work.
penis pump. That's gonna give you what? Maybe 2-3 inches?
It's okay. It's a start.
It's a start.
It's a start.
It's a start.
To a growing journey.
Oh.
Okay. Or pop a Viagra in his orange juice.
And it's still gonna just be 3-4 inches still.
Fuck! I don't know.
You gonna
I'll be
flick
able,
it.
I'll be able to do it because you never know. I mean, I might not be okay with the penis, and we could just, do a toy. And if he try to insert
I
it, no,
think
baby,
Phil-
not tonight. We can try it another night.
We can try it another night. That man gonna be that man gonna be sick to his damn stomach.
So,
I'm gonna go back to. I didn't get to finish the answer to the question before we got into dick sizes. What was it about my sneaky link that just made me so like, ugh?
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know. He just intoxicated me. Like when we fuck, it's all consuming. It's like, so he's a Cancer, I'm a Capricorn. Cancer and Capricorns are sister signs.
Yes.
And they go together very well. And we were just very compatible. And he, even though we're complete opposites, like it's just something about him that just pressed all the right fucking buttons. We were talking one time or something, and he said something like, "You've never been fucked the way I fuck you." And I was like, "What makes you think that?" And he's like, "A lot of things tell me that." And I was like,
See,
What about
it
that?
be that I understand completely, boo. Cause that be the shit. Like when a motherfucker tell you ain't nobody done fucked you like I fuck you, that's some different shit right there.
but how can you tell that?
I feel like it's in a lot of ways.
Okay, explain.
Okay, for
I want to
one,
know because I didn't heard it before. But I want
Okay.
somebody to tell me from a man's point of view.
from a man's point of view, let's see. I know that a woman ain't never been fucked like I fuck her. When I'm fucking her, she looking in my eyes and like it's some shit of like, nigga, you don't know what you're doing to me right now. You just absolutely can't believe or fathom what's going on. Hell, I know that I ain't fucking a woman ain't been fucked like I'm fucking her when she sit there and she tell me, nigga, we ain't done. We done went about 3-4 times already, and she look and tell me she ain't done, and we getting right back into that motherfucker. I know this shit is coming strong.
He would make me squirt so damn much. He'd be like, we can't do it no more because you're going to squirt and you're going to mess up my best friend. I was like, no, I'm not. Ended up squirting. Oh, well.
Oh, well. Oh, my gosh. See, I'm waiting to experience that. That seems very...
The squirting?
The squirting.
I never knew I could squirt until I met one of my sneaky links. This was around the time I was currently separating from...
Mr. Looney?
Who? Mr. Who?
Mr. Looney.
No, that was before his time, baby. This is when me and my marriage was crumbling into pieces. Monkey see, monkey do. You cheat, I'ma cheat too.
Okay.
So I was fooling around with this dude, and I don't know what to call him. I'm gonna name him D. That's what his name, because that motherfucker has a good ass D.
Oh my gosh.
That motherfucker fucked me so good, and that was my first time ever just having the audacity to squirt. And I didn't know I was squirting, and it was a horrible mess in that room because it was everywhere.
Oh,
I thought
everywhere.
I was peeing.
Yeah.
Is that how that feel?
Yeah.
It felt like piss, and he knew what he was doing, but I didn't know because I've never had somebody bring me to that point to squirt. I've never squirted a day in my life until I met him.
Now, this is the question my next question. How does one achieve that? Like, what is the advice for y'all to give these male viewers?
For me, the connection got to be there, and the connection got to be on fire.
Yeah.
Okay? Because when he's doing his thing, I don't know if he's doing anything special that anyone else has ever done, but the connection is there, the intimacy on fucking fire. When everything is just pressing the right buttons and everything's just exploding, that's where it comes from for me personally.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I ain't never got to that point, but that one time. But I feel like, first of all, in order for me to just get real nasty, I gotta my body gotta be feeding for you. Like, I gotta have some form of sexual encounter or sexual emotion towards you. Like, if I ain't got that, it ain't gonna be dry down there. I mean, it's gonna be wet, don't get me wrong, but it ain't gonna be like how I want it. Like, I want it to be entirely soaking wet behind your motherfucking ass. But if it ain't like that shit, it ain't hit different. It ain't gonna hit different for me. But if it do, oh shit, I might squirt then. I don't know. That was my first time ever experiencing some shit like that. So I don't know.
I mean, listen to your partner's body. Make sure the connection there. Make sure the foreplay on. Make sure everything is just going swimmingly.
So
and you're gonna swim.
When hooking up, do you feel like foreplay is important?
Now, here's the thing. Who am I hooking up with? Now, if I'm hooking up with, just if I'm just going off and I'm just randomly just a one night stand, I don't think I'm giving head. Now, I'm a big head person, okay? We're gonna put that out there. But if I'm just hooking up with somebody and it's like a one night stand, I don't think I'm gonna give you head. But if there's somebody like I've been really peeping you, we done hung out a couple of times, or I see you walking around the yard and campus and everything, and I just really want you, then I feel like I'm gonna be more enticed into foreplay.
So, do you feel like foreplay will play a huge part in a one night stand, or do you feel like do you feel like foreplay is important when fucking someone for like a one night stand, or do you feel like you could just leave that out?
I feel like if it's a one night stand, we can leave that out. We're coming here. We probably done got drunk. We coming over here as we about to fuck, go to sleep. You may get some breakfast in the morning, depending on how I feel. Hey, we gonna go about our days, and you might get a text, you might not. Because usually a one night stand is just, it's a quick shit.
Yeah. What you think?
I cannot get wet without foreplay. For me personally.
Facts.
So, I mean, if I don't have one night stands or anything like that. So, I feel as though if it would seem like, for me personally, if I'm going to get horny, I need to get wet. And to get wet, I need foreplay.
Right.
But, I don't know.
Now, here's the question to go into that. What necessarily constitutes this foreplay? Because if you're going into a one night stand, do you want that nigga giving you head? It's a one night stand.
Yeah.
Probably.
I mean,
but then...
foreplay can't... doesn't have to be just head.
Yeah.
It can be y'all touching each other. Y'all can be kissing. It's just the build up to
Okay.
You get
Well,
warmed up. You get heated up. You can get fingered. You can get this and that.
I feel like caressing the body, sometimes that do turn people on. Like, oh, you getting me heated up. Just caressing me, touching me in certain places. Like, you know, slipping your finger in, put your thumb in my butt. Like, come on.
I mean, I don't know about one night stand because I wouldn't have one.
Okay.
So, I mean.
See, that's what I was getting at. Because, like, don't get me wrong, I agree with everything y'all saying. Those are key factors. But me as a man, I don't think if I'm getting drunk at a bar and I'm meeting somebody and we going back to her place to, you know, get it on, I don't know if I'm doing all that.
Yeah.
Right.
Because, one, I don't really want this situation to turn into that. Like, I'm not looking for that. Like, I was just looking for this, you know, quick little thing.
Yeah.
And I feel like, I don't know, want to just overspeak my bounds from, like, a woman's perspective. But I feel like that could be said about women as well.
I feel like the perspective for, like, a one-night stand is a little bit different for women because a lot of women, like, to go into foreplay, to go into doing a one-night stand, first you gotta get me heated up first. Like, niggas instantly go into a one-night stand hard as a rock. Okay, yeah.
I don't know about that one.
I don't know if there are girls who are just instantly wet and then they can just pump and go.
I've never heard of that. You gotta tickle the pickle in order for it to get wet, right?
I no bullshit. I'm gonna give this story. I knew this one girl who just wanted me to come over there and beat it. That was it. Like, nothing else, nothing over the fact.
So
like,
she was prepared? Like, she was wet in advance?
I don't fucking know. Don't ask me. But that's what was wanted of me. To come over there, drill it like a rocket, and go on about my day. And I thought that shit was fucking terrible. I thought that shit was fucking terrible.
How was it terrible?
Because I was like, I don't want to do that. Like, me personally, I'm not going to get on from that. Yeah. Like, I'm not about to... That's not going to tickle my fancy.
Right.
It's the way you said it. So, okay. So, Blue, do you have some points that you want to get across before I ask the next question? Because I definitely want Blue to get her points across if she got any.
What is your next point? To see
I
if
was
I can go.
about to say-
I don't have a question, but I was going to say something.
Oh, if you want to say something, you can too. My next thing was like, what is your sexual kink? Like, what is a kink?
It was gonna be nothing like that. It was a comment on the I don't have a kink, but
Really?
no. I don't have a kink. I'm very plain when it comes to
I know
sex.
you got a fucking kink, so come on.
What
Oh
the
my
fuck?
God.
Why I gotta have...
Come on, tell the kink.
Look, we
need
ain't
to-
gonna get into all that. That's a little secretive.
So you
But
know,
I guess
just tell one kink.
I tell one.
Okay. Tell us a secret.
Unpopular opinion. You know, I definitely like my woman to be a little dominant in the bedroom. Like, don't get me wrong, I can be dominant. I can go there, but it's something about a woman necessarily taking charge a little bit. Like, why you always want me to choke you? Then choke me sometimes. Maybe I want to get choked. You know, and the thing is for you female viewers out there, man. These niggas out here playing with y'all. They may say they don't like that shit, but the minute you try it, nigga, you gonna have that nigga whipped.
I done choked a couple niggas.
You done did a lot of shit to a lot of niggas.
Shut the fuck I have choked a couple, and they say they don't like that shit, but they do. Like, they like weird shit. Okay, so what is my kink? I do have a kink. I like having sex in odd places.
Like
I can
public?
agree with.
I hate having sex in public.
Not in public, but
See, you haven't lived until you have.
It makes
sex
me
in
anxious.
public.
I hate doing that.
it's
so
a rush.
It
Oh,
is.
I don't.
It is.
Oh my
You
god.
don't think you about to get caught up? Caught up. We gotta hurry up.
That the person I've been talking about, he fucked in a movie theater, and I'd never been so fucking scared
They had the
in
cameras.
my life. Like,
You were scared?
yes, I was so scared. Like, and he said that made me tighter, and then only made him harder.
Hey, I'm telling you,
He pulled out and he nutted on the seats in the movie
Oh.
theater, and we left it.
Them people had to clean that. They
He
thought
was
it was
"Look at
butter.
this shit.
Oh, who had the white butter?
Like, did we touch it? No, don't touch it.
Don't touch that.
But odd places, I don't know. It's something about having sex in an odd place that just really, it grinds my gears in the good way.
Absolutely.
What is an odd place to you?
Oh my God, I'm not going to
Y'all
say
ain't-
that one.
Man, y'all ever had sex in the auditorium
Of the school?
of the school?
No.
And the school was never a place for me to think about having sex. I
Well,
don't know.
that's some fun time.
When I say odd place, like the dressing room of a store,
Dressing
Or-
room. See, that's okay.
or the bathroom of a restaurant,
Okay.
or
Mhm.
oh my God, I'm not gonna say it.
Say it. Say
Say
it.
it. I know what you're gonna say.
Nah, just say it.
Oh,
Come
at-
on.
at church.
I knew
At church.
I knew you were gonna say it.
It's Sunday. Girl, you need to repent.
Oh my God.
Girl.
Oh my God. Yeah. That oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't know. I can't believe I said that shit. But yeah, odd places like what I don't know. I think one of my fantasies right now is I really want to get bent over a fucking balcony at like a hotel, and I want to get fucked. Like I want you
What?
to do it. Damn,
Open
what the hell?
balcony. You're not afraid of heights?
Now, what if you fall? That's I
I
feel
mean,
like
if
that's
it's
a
like
bad way.
okay,
to
if
die.
it's like protected, I'm okay.
Protected.
Like I don't know. I am scared of heights. Whoever said that, I'm terrified of heights. But I don't know. That's just like a goal in
Then
life.
what you gonna do with people looking at you? Somebody reach over, touch it, and play with your titties. Oh, what? Little Timothy looked up and saw it.
Mommy.
What's that, Mom? Oh my God.
Those
that
are breasts, son.
I don't know. They just gonna have to fucking look. I mean,
Oh man.
if it's with the right person, I'm not gonna give a fuck if anybody looking. I ain't gonna give a fuck about that. But if it's with somebody that just wanna, that I don't have no sexual aggressions with, I'm be scared. I don't know. Like it gotta be with somebody I can get nasty with. I have to
On the patio.
get nasty with you. Like you have to get me to the point where I would do any nasty thing with you for me to do some shit like that. Like you got to take me out of my comfort zone with that one.
Okay. All right.
I feel like one of my fantasies right now, or I'm not even gonna call that fantasy. Something that I've been really wanting to do right now is to get high as fuck
And have sex.
and have sex.
That's
Like I'm
different.
talking
That's
about 2 edibles in. Fucking. That's gonna be some.
That is a roller coaster right
Oh
there.
yeah, that's what I'm looking.
Your heartbeat. Oh, I with edibles with me. Edibles, I can't do them. I don't do them no more because it makes my anxiety very horrible. But when I used to do them, or I done had sex high, that shit there, it's different. Like you on a whole, like you could tell you on a whole different mind level. Like it's like y'all reading each other's minds while fucking. Like you can look in each other's eyes and just be like, yeah, bitch, I'm fucking you in your head. Like, yeah, you fucking me there.
Wow.
It just hit different, man. But go ahead, Blue. I want to hear what the things that you have to say.
I saw a TikTok the other day that said the way the culture of the United States perceives and practices casual sex is violent and unkind to women compared to France. So let's say in the United States, when you hook up with a man, what happens after that? Bye.
Yeah, that's it.
Don't talk to me. Bye. I'll call you when I'm ready for you again. Bye.
Right.
But in France, compared to her experience in France, they actually want to be your friend. Like, you will have sex. They actually give a fuck about you. They'll come over and watch a movie. This one guy came over and did her homework. They would ride bikes together. And it was like they were friends, but they had sex, you know.
It's too comfortable.
So friends with benefits is, more acceptive out there.
I wouldn't say friends with benefits. It's more like they actually give a fuck about you.
Actually,
Yeah, like they care about you.
see, and I feel that way because definitely, I'm not gonna say all the people, not all of the hookups I had, but a few of them, like I genuinely are they friends? Like I genuinely want to know what's going on with you. Like how can I help your daily life? Like what makes you happy? Because I'm not
But
just
a lot of
asshole.
guys are not like that.
A
though.
lot of guys are.
Yeah. A lot of niggas ain't like that.
But I feel like I don't even know. I don't even know on that segment because I know, especially with my generation or just the way niggas think in general, they don't have a sense of a responsibility or like towards women.
Right.
Because like a lot of men just look at women of like, oh, you know, I'm going to get with her. I'm going to get with her and it's going to be what it is. And a competition between niggas. Oh, you got the baddest girl. I want the baddest girl. My bitch better than yours. I don't necessarily agree with that. Right. You know, I'm more of a, you know, I'm going to have my woman. We going to be cool. I got my female friends. Right. We going to be cool. And, you know, it's just some casual, natural shit.
Right. So can y'all do friends with benefits?
Absolutely not. I will not.
I can't.
I cannot. Absolutely not.
I can't. You quiet. Can you do it?
Well.
I
mean, have I done it before in the past? Yes. Has it always worked out? No. Mm-hmm. But I don't feel like it's something I couldn't do.
Right.
Because can't we just count friends with benefits as just two, like how you said, two friends just casually fucking?
I can't do that. For the simple fact I can't do that because I feel like sometimes when people do that friends with benefits shit, they be fucking like they want to make love.
Right.
And you fucking me like you love me, that's when emotions and feelings come involved. So now it's not friends with benefits, it's bitch, I want to be with you now. So it's just like,
But here's the thing, you don't fuck like that all the time. See, me, I've been told, like, shit. I guess this may be my issue. Why none of my friends with benefits or hookups ever, like, worked out like that. When I have sex, you know, I'm doing it 100%. Like, I'm not playing around. Like, I came there to perform. Like, we got to show out. So do y'all say, like, if y'all don't know if this person is going to be for real, you don't pull out all the tricks? You're not having sex at 100% every time?
No. Because my emotions going to be too involved.
Right, the wires get crossed and it gets complicated like that. And I'm not built to withstand that at all.
I mean, I feel like that friends with benefits, I mean, people can do it, but don't fuck me like you love me. And then I turn around.
But he do love you. Y'all friends. He care about you.
Nope. I understand that. But still, I can't fucking do it.
It's always one way or another. One of them is going to fall in love. The other one's going to be like, I'm not feeling that.
Right.
It's just, I don't know, one way or another. Like, it's always one person in, one person out.
That's accurate. But before we continue the segment on, let's go ahead and take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back.
Are you enjoying the show? Give us a 5-star rating on whatever platform you're listening on and connect with us on social media. Our Instagram is @VividlyVocalPod. Our Facebook is VividlyVocal Podcast. And our Twitter is @VividlyVocal.
VividlyVocal is an independent operation. So if you want to help us get bigger and better, cash up us at $VividlyVocal. Now, back to the show. All right, y'all. So we are back from that commercial break. But my next question for y'all is, how do y'all find a hookup?
Define a hookup.
Like, how would y'all go out and find one, or what?
I wouldn't.
Okay, they find you. I don't know.
What do you mean? I wouldn't participate.
Oh,
how would I find one?
Yes, fine.
I would go out and get one. I wouldn't.
Okay, there we go.
I don't want to. I don't like hookups.
Okay. No, okay. I understand, okay. I don't know why. I don't know. My mind's somewhere else.
I thought you said define a hookup.
No. I was like, where would you, would you go out and find one?
No.
What about you?
Now, listen.
Oh, my God.
I don't necessarily go and find hookups because, I don't know, I feel like I'd be awkward in those situations. I don't know. How does one go up to a girl, hey, I would like you to come over and have sex with me tonight.
Oh, you know,
I was like that as well?
That. Like, how do one
get your
do
ass
that?
on Tinder like everybody else do?
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, but they do it different in New Orleans. Them motherfuckers be on Bourbon Street, and they be walking, and they'll see somebody and be like, me and my boyfriend want to fuck. Like, would you fuck me? And they'll be like, man,
How do you respond to it? Well,
Yeah,
how does
like,
one respond to that? You know,
How-
I don't
what do
know
I say
how
to
I would
that?
feel if somebody walked up to me and was like, "Hey, you trying to fuck tonight?" I'm gonna think a motherfucker crazy. I'm gonna be like, "Are you talking to me?"
they do that though, and especially on Bourbon Street. The last time I went, they had like, you could tell people were on the prowl looking for shit. Like, they were purposely, like, one of the girls we were with, they were getting her purposely drunk because they were trying to take her home. Like, I remember they came to the group the first time. It was like, hey, y'all are all pretty, but I want you. And she was like, oh, you want me? She was like, yeah, you know, my boyfriend, he way over there, fine ass motherfucker. She was like, we want to take you home. She was like, no, I'm not interested. So she ended up coming back, and she was like, hey, we bought you a shot or whatever. You should take a shot. So she took the shot, and then she kept going back and forth, and she was just like, oh, look, here's another one, here's another one. Old dude was spending big money on her, and she was so drunk on Bourbon Street, like, toe the fuck up. And I had to end up driving her car, but they were trying to take her home. They was just like, we are adamant, like, we want you. Like, all of y'all are beautiful, but that one in particular, we want to take her home.
That could have been a whole little sex trafficking.
It could
thing,
have.
See,
Damn, I didn't think about it like the one back then. It wasn't nothing to think about. Like, nah, we good. Like, she good. We about to go back to where we was. They was trying to figure out where we stayed.
they was trying to take
It
all
would
of
have
y'all.
been sussy the
Yeah,
way.
they would have
Suspect,
trying to.
get the fuck off where we already said no. Go find you another one on this big wide Bourbon Street.
Cause that's be them
Suspect.
people with them upside down pineapples, man. They be trying to get people.
That's a different story. If you were married, would you would
No.
I'm married. Once I get married, that's gonna be the last. That's gonna be the last pussy that I get. I'm gonna be the last dick that she get. That's gonna be it. And we can't do nothing about that.
Hold on, it was blue. No.
Before you can even finish that question, no.
But they have people that say, yeah, but they have people that are like, that would want to do that. Like, how do y'all feel about Will and Jada doing it?
They're a weird ass couple. They
Entanglement.
don't even like each other like that.
They
I don't even-
don't. That's my thing.
They don't even like each other like that. I feel like Jada only got with Will because Tupac died.
Damn.
Ooh, but yeah, because when he was dating somebody else on the show she was on.
Yeah, she was hard down in love with him. And like, I can't imagine being Will Smith to this day. Your daughter talking about writing letters to Tupac. Jada's still in love with Tupac. Your son is doing something. I don't know.
Wait, hold on, you lost me.
Willow said something about she writes letters to Tupac because to make her mom happy or some shit like that. She's like, please come back and make my mom happy or some shit like that. Hold on, let me find it.
I'm telling y'all, that nigga in Cuba, but I mean, that's
That nigga
But he
in
got his own
Cuba.
thing on the side with Margot Robbie.
who?
The girl who plays Harley Quinn, Margot Robbie.
Who got a thing with her?
Will.
Really?
Yes, they both have their own side separate relationships. Like they have an open marriage.
Well, I knew that, but I didn't know he was talking, like, doing something with somebody right now.
Now, I don't know about right now, but he was.
I know, of course, Jada was doing it with fucking August Alsina, and he made a whole fucking song about it.
Hold on, let me find it. A letter reportedly written by Willow Smith asking rapper Tupac Shakur to come back to make her mom, Jada Pinkett Smith, happy is going viral online. The letter, which supposedly was written by Willow, states that she knows he is alive someplace and asked him to come back to make so mommy and me can be happy.
How recent this was?
Hold on, let me find it.
What the fuck? Come on, Willow. Like, girl. I mean, because she was in love with him. When he came on, that's my favorite show, A Different World, you could just tell the chemistry was there.
That's who I used to be in love with, low key.
Who?
Willow Smith. When I was when I was younger, when she
This
came out
letter
with
is from when she was 11 years old in 2012.
oh man,
Oh, wow.
Dear Tupac, I know you are alive someplace. I think that my mommy really misses you. Can you please come back? Can you come back so mommy and me can be happy? I wish you were here. I really do. Frowning face. Love, Willow.
that's just a lie.
That's a lot. Why are you 11 years old? You know what? Never mind.
Go ahead. Ask the
But
question.
I mean, that's why. Like she's 11. Like she don't know Tupac from a fucking hole in the ground. So it's like, why are you? Unless Jada said something like that, like I really miss Tupac. How would you know
Right.
that your mom? That's what your mom is feeling right now. And like you have a family. Like this is supposed to be your husband. and your child.
With that
and your
note
son.
saying that, I feel like they might have got into an argument and she probably said some shit out of spite, like, that's why I want Tupac to come back. You ain't shit, da 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 da. You know, people like to argue in front of their fucking kids. So she probably took that and wrote it and was like, all right. And how old she was, 12?
11.
Oh, 11? Hell, 11-year-old, they gonna write it down and act like it's Santa Claus and ship it out somewhere. I mean, I don't know.
And she put it on Instagram.
Oh, man.
Okay. That's a whole different ball game. But I wouldn't do it. Okay. I have a confession. So can y'all listen to my confession?
Oh, shit.
This is my confession.
I was open to it. I was. When I was married, I was open to it.
To what?
Being...
Are you about to say butt stuff?
What? No, not butt stuff.
You know you like butt stuff.
No. I was open to having sex with other people or having threesomes, foursomes, fivesomes, sixsomes. Like I was up to it. Like
Were y'all open to having relationships on the side of your marriage?
Yeah, to make him happy.
But that's the thing.
But you did it because he wanted to. Was it something you wanted, or was it to satisfy him?
Yeah.
To satisfy him.
All right, so fuck that.
You didn't want it. You agreed to it, but you didn't want it.
Because I wish my wife would come to me and say, hey, baby.
Right.
Jody, I really want to experiment with our relationship. Here's someone that I think you can work with. And, while you're working with her, I'm going to work with this guy. I'll be like, bitch, you think I'm dumb?
I think that's
y'all
weird.
who listen, don't let nobody try that sucker ass shit on you.
Yeah, don't.
A threesome will not save a marriage, okay, or a relationship. It's not. Don't do it because you're gonna
it may make things exciting.
No.
You don't think a threesome?
No.
For the moment,
for a woman, no. You gonna sit there crying, bro.
Wow.
So,
you gonna
go ahead.
I saw a story on Reddit the other day, and this guy said, I had a threesome with my wife and to ruin my marriage, and I don't know what happened. So the story he was basically like, it all boils down to he was pressuring her to have a threesome. She was already put off by it. She's like, I don't really want to do that. And he kept pressing the issue. They finally did it, and she's not the same no more. She'll never be the same. She's ready to leave the marriage. She's like, I don't know what happened. Because you pressured her into having a threesome. She agreed to it to satisfy you, and she feels like she's inadequate.
He introduced her to some new dick.
No, it was a woman.
But my question...
Jesus.
My question is...
So it was... Because when I hear threesome, I think of male, woman, and male. So
I don't think that. I think of two women and a male automatically.
Well, I guess my terminology always wrong.
So So is two men and a woman a threesome?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's what I always think. Or they call it a train.
No, it's not a train. It's a threesome.
A train is 3 men. 3 men, 1 woman.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And also, if you're running a train on somebody, y'all taking turns.
Taking turns, yeah.
I always been told 2 men and 1 woman is considered getting a train.
It's a threesome either way.
I know I ain't crazy. Okay.
Now, this is my opinion. In a marriage, I wouldn't do it. Now, if my girlfriend was like, hey, babe, I got this homegirl, she's trying to slide,
right.
I might do it because it might spice. I feel like that's something that I would want to experience.
I feel like if I wanted to do that, I would have to be the one to lead it because I feel like men usually really don't give a fuck if they, do it or not do it. So I feel like I would have to lead it to not feel no type of way about it. But I feel like both people got to be on board with it in the beginning, 100%. And like there got to be discussions and terms. Well, who we gonna get? How's the contact gonna be between all 3 of us and shit like that? Or because I feel like if you touching on the girl more than you touching on me, I'm gonna get mad as hell.
Right. I was shaking my head a little bit like, I can't do it. But you said that I can't. Now a threesome with a friend.
Not at all.
I can't say much.
What do you mean?
I can't do it with a significant other.
Oh.
But a friend, your homegirl be like, hey, you want to do a threesome? I ain't even gonna cut you. I might do it. I mean, I guess I'm gonna do it. I did it before. I just did a threesome and a foursome, but it was with my best friend at the time.
Let my homegirl say, come I'm be like, what are you talking about right now? You're kidding me. You're not serious right now.
I did it. I mean, me and her still to this day is cool to the bitch, but I mean, I just couldn't do it.
Now here's the question: were you munching on some carpet, or was she doing some carpet munching?
I was.
On hers?
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh my god.
You like a little cat on your lip.
It depends on the circumstances.
Yeah.
What exactly is in it, but probably not. It's leaning towards no, like about 95% of the time.
It was me, her, and
her nigga.
No, it was a random dude
That
she knew. It was random to me, but she knew him.
And you said, "Fuck it, we gonna fuck."
YOLO.
Damn.
I was young. I'm old now, but I was young. Like I was always trapped in the house. So when shit like that used to happen, that shit used to excite me. But
I mean, that sound exciting. Again, I would say I wouldn't turn the offer down. Like,
yeah, I mean,
I done definitely lived a little life in my little 22 years where hey, nigga, we gonna do this shit real quick.
Like, you gonna take one for the team. And at the time, I'm like, shit, YOLO, y'all live once. I'm gonna take one for the team. I mean, she didn't want to go by herself. She asked, and I'm like, hell yeah, let's do it one time for the one time. And I mean, we didn't see the motherfucker again. She probably did, but I didn't. But I mean, it was just there.
There's gotta be some circumstances. It depends on the context of the situation for me to.
We in fucking Las Vegas.
What do you mean? Depends on the situation.
Like.
Depends on the situation, what's in front of me.
Oh, okay. Okay. But what you about to say?
I was about to say, we in Las Vegas. We drunk as hell. We ain't got shit else to do. Fuck it. We in Vegas.
God damn it.
I don't know. I don't know.
Vegas, I mean, what happens in Vegas?
Stays in Vegas.
No, you're fucking right. Okay, so my last thing I have to say, okay, true or false? It's more respected when a man has more bodies.
I think it's disgusting as a man to have 50 million bodies.
That was another one. How do you feel about that?
I won't touch you if you have too many bodies. It really depends on if you're sexually responsible, though.
There we go. What do you feel?
What do you mean? Okay, before I answer, what do we mean sexually responsible? Are you wearing
protection and are you getting tested frequently?
That's a good one.
That is a good one. That's very much true.
I feel like the community in the world respects that, you know, it's okay for men to have more bodies versus a women.
Right.
Because when we're fucking more, like, if we have, like, at least, like, I'm going to say 10. And I don't feel like 10 is a big number. But if you still have 10 bodies, you instantly a hoe. Versus a man having 10 bodies, so shit, you a player, like, you know, dab me up a little bit, like, yeah, you got these hoes.
I mean, I've never met a guy with a body count of 10. I've met guys with body counts like 17 and like 30 something.
I'd have met worse. I'd have met a woman. Like you said, I'd have met worse. I'd have met a woman whose body count is up there. Like, I could damn near give her about 50. And I never looked at her as a hoe. I mean, she was one of my good friends. Like, I never looked at her as, oh, you a hoe, nah. But how society looked at her is, oh, bitch, you nasty. You done fucked all these people, and nah. So it's like, versus a nigga, like, why do y'all feel as though it's okay for niggas to be respected with it, but with women, it's, like, degrading or something?
See, now, me personally, I ain't never saw it like that. Like, I call my male friends who have multiple bodies and shit, I call them whores, because, you know, that's what they are. That's what they are. I'm going to call them some hoes. Like, I'll always preach and, like, hold this to, like, my friends and stuff. Like, we cannot sit here and talk about, like, a women's body count if we can't talk about our own body counts.
Right.
Now, me personally, I don't care if, like, a woman has too many body counts, but I saw a TikTok a couple of weeks ago, actually, and it was saying, like, for how women, you have all these bodies and you let all these men be with you and stuff, but when you get a husband and stuff, you're not satisfied with what your husband gives you. Why? Because you're still thinking about Tyrone, who, you know, was just slamming your shit.
Oh my God, wait a minute.
So that goes into my, when I saw that video, that opened a question of my question to me, like, is that a thing for women? Like, are you, if we don't shame you for like how many bodies you get, is it a thing of if you have multiple bodies and you finally meet that one man, are you going to be, you know, unsatisfied with that man if he doesn't do what, you know, the best could? Like, if you already had your best and you get this new man and he's not the best, what do you do from there? You know?
I mean, I feel as though with that one, it depends on, I mean, he might not be the best, but I mean, if he treat me right, shit, fuck it. It is what it is.
I mean, but then that just sounds sad because, okay, he doing everything for you that you need, you know, physically and mentally, but sexually, he not satisfying you.
Ooh, that's a pickle. Okay. Boo, what you think?
I have a term to introduce to y'all. Y'all probably heard of it. It's called the Madonna whore complex. A man with a Madonna whore complex is a man who will sleep with and lust for a sexual and beautiful woman, but he will never respect her as wife material and will never marry her. In his eyes, she is tainted, impure, unworthy of the status of wife, yet he may possess passionate and contradictory feelings for her. He may even be in love with her, but will never allow himself to be with her in any real sense. He will look for a good girl to marry, quote unquote. Usually a woman who is cold sexually, but for example, is good at wifely, domestic things, cooking, cleaning, homemaking in general, etc. A proper, pure, quote unquote, Madonna type who will bear his children.
Damn. That's a good ass term. I mean, I'm gonna have to, hold on, I like that term. What is it called?
The Madonna whore complex.
I've never heard of that before.
Never.
But okay. All right, I like that. So, but to answer your question, I mean, I don't know. I guess that question is a hit or miss for me because it's like you ain't sexually pleasing me, but you at the same time, like, you might be good to me, but then
I feel like you can learn.
Yeah, I mean, you could, but it'd be so aggravating to teach people sometimes.
Well, I mean, that's part of it. It's you know, you're not gonna get it off the bat.
Right.
That's what people don't realize about having a new sexual partner. Like, they not gonna get it the first time. It's the communication. Like, hey, can you do this? Hey, can you try that? And it's just the effort that you put in to make it good.
Right.
Like, you're not gonna know the right buttons to push on somebody's body just from looking at them.
Right. I mean, I agree with you.
It don't aggravate me to teach somebody how to touch my body at all.
I mean,
that's just the process.
It's not aggravating, but it's like I don't know. I guess I didn't met fucking toddlers in my past life because it's like teaching a first grader to say to do a fucking math to do 2 + 2.
Hey, speaking on that, a lot of men aren't, the unpopular opinion, but a lot of men aren't afraid to get taught a few things, you know? I feel like women are definitely, because I know for me, when I'm going into like a new sexual experience, like I'm asking these questions.
Right.
Like, what can I do to please you? Like, it's not necessarily hard to please me, but I want to please you. Like, that's going to get me going to where I need to be.
Right.
But a lot of times women can't explain exactly how to please them, or they're scared or something like that.
A lot of people are scared too, and they think it's ruining the moment, and it makes it less sexy if you talk to each other during sex, and it don't.
Speak to me! Shit! Say something.
I'm sorry, I can't have a silent person.
Tell me to move my head 3 inches to the left and go right.
Like, if I feel like communication is key, period. Like, please tell me something. Like, I don't know. I guess I'm...
You can't just be sitting there, because then I'm going to be like...
God, that's going to aggravate me.
I'm going to be like, damn, so you not engaged. Why the hell I need to be engaged?
Oh, no, I am engaged. No, you're not. Like, nigga, moan at least. Like, do something. Like...
If I don't say anything, that means you're doing it
Oh,
right.
my God.
No. What the fuck?
I almost felt like this.
You need to let me know. Shit. If my head down, I can't see you curling your eyes or curling your toes. I need to hear it.
I see some body, like a body jitter or something. Like, yeah, like, come on now. But before we wrap this one up,
I have some other things to say.
Come on, let's go.
I'm going to talk about the orgasm gap. The orgasm gap refers to the fact that in heterosexual sexual encounters, men have more orgasms than women, resulting in a significant pleasure disparity. New research suggests that the explanation for this gap is simple. Men don't take time to stimulate women's clitorises. The clitoris is the primary anatomical source of female sexual pleasure. The reasons for this inattention are more complicated. It seems that cultural norms around gender place the focus on men's pleasure in vaginal sex and penetration, while downplaying women's desires for their own pleasure. In one study examining about 800 college students, a 52% orgasm gap was found. That is 39% of women and 91% of men said that they usually or always experience orgasms in partnered sex. This study doesn't ask the context of sex, but another study with 15,000 students found that the orgasm gap is larger in hookup sex than in relationship sex. Still, in college committed relationships, there's a 17% orgasm gap. Strikingly, similar statistics were found in a survey of about 3,000 single women and men in the U.S. ranging from 18 to 65 years old. When having sex with a familiar partner, women said they have an orgasm 63% of the time. Men said 85% of the time. Culturally, we overvalue penetrative sex with no acknowledgement of the clitoris. There are a host of other cultural problems contributing to the orgasm gap. We have a double standard that judges women more harshly than men for casual sex. Sex education doesn't generally focus on pleasure. Most of us have little training in sexual communication, yet good sexual communication is key when it comes to female orgasms. This is because there are differences between women in terms of what they need to orgasm, and what one woman needs to orgasm can vary from one encounter to another. Many women are plagued by body image self-consciousness during sex, and it's pretty much impossible to have an orgasm while worrying if you look fat or holding your stomach in. Finally, reaching orgasm requires a complete immersion in the sensations of the moment or mindfulness, and few of us have mastered this skill in our daily lives, let alone our sex lives. Closing the orgasm gap requires knowledge and the ability to apply this knowledge. Again, plain and simple, to close the orgasm gap, both men and women must understand that the clitoris is key to women's orgasms. A very small percentage of women, about 30%, reliably orgasm from penetration alone. Most women require clitoral stimulation to reach orgasm. Women's orgasms are an area where knowledge isn't sufficient. Again, when penetration is involved, it's often considered the main event and mistakenly assumed to be the way that both partners should orgasm. So, to close the orgasm gap, we have to hold clitoral stimulation and penetration as equal. Women have to be able to let go of body image, self-consciousness, and immerse themselves in the sex. They have to feel entitled to pleasure, know what brings them pleasure, often through masturbation on their own to find out, and be able to communicate this to their partners. Finally, their partners have to want to use this information.
I like that.
Something very important that they pointed out in there was like different types of, orgasms that a woman has to know her body. Because I know people who are clitoral people who only get orgasms through like their clitoris, but I also know people who only get orgasms through penetration. And a lot of times, like, people are definitely scared to voice what to do or how to do it.
Right, for sure.
Right. I mean, I could say for one, I feel like penetration for me, this is just my opinion. I can't really just, have an orgasm because, I'm not going to say if they don't hit it right or I don't know. It's just not for me. But, there's a little ball down there. Now, that's going to get me there. But I've never, ever experienced having an orgasm through penetration ever a day in my life.
Only 30% of women can do that.
Y'all some bad bitches. I can't do that. You have to rub the clit in order for me to have an orgasm. If you have not rubbed the clit and you just end up going ham and then you nut, I'm upset because you got yours. What about me? But
I feel like a lot of men also don't have a mentality of, we both need to
we're in this together.
Together. A lot of men don't have that, but I just feel like that's where, like Blue said, it is good to communicate what you want done while we are having sex. Please rub my vagina, rub my clit, rub it until I'm in here shaking like a stripper on a stripper pole trying to get some money. Bitch, have me shaking. Other than that, shit, you ain't gonna get nothing out of me, but me. Like, if you want to make me come, that's what's gonna make me come. If you don't want me to come, then I don't know what to tell you. Period.
Right. And my last thing is, for a lot of you young, impressionable people out there, if casual sex is not for you, don't do it. You don't have to do it.
Not everybody can handle that shit.
I know it makes it feel like this society makes it feel like you should be fucking people just to fuck people, but some people, me personally, I'm not built for that. And you might not be built for that as well. I don't have the urge for casual sex. I want intimacy. I want somebody to be there for me. A lot of people think they want casual sex, but it's okay to admit that you actually want intimacy. You want to cuddle. You want to feel another warm body against you. You want to feel a heartbeat against you. You want to feel hugged. You want to feel loved. You want to feel touched, you know.
Because a lot of people don't realize just how much healing comes with sex.
Right.
You know? Because sex is really basically a gateway. It can lead to a lot of different things. You can have sex with somebody and fuck your life up. Like, they energy spill into your energy and now you're just fucked off. But you can also have sex with people to where they're healing you on a spiritual level. Like, you're getting healing from this. Like, no lie. Like, I've definitely had moments of, after having sex, crying in my partner's arms or like crying after sex or even during sex because it's that.
Right. You feel so safe.
Yeah.
A connection, a build. Like, a lot of times you cannot just go around fucking every fucking body.
Right.
You may want to. It may be a desire, but you shouldn't.
That's deep. I mean, I just, you know, with the one night stands, I did say, like, you know, I just want to fuck, but I hide back the part of intimacy because sometimes, you know, after you fucked me, I do want to be held. Like, I do want to be cuddled. Like, I want you to just look me in my eyes and just tell me how your day was. Like, you know, get the one-on-one. So, I mean, I feel like as far as these young adults and these younger kids, is like teenagers that's listening, like Blue said, if you gonna casually fuck, don't do it. Just
me personally, I don't encourage young women to go out and fuck and have casual sex because, number one, I feel like casual sex benefits men. 9 times out of 10, majority on the whole, on the societal level, it benefits men who just want to fuck and go. And who they leave behind is trail of young women who are crying and fucked up and broken, you know. But if you gonna do it, make sure you built for it.
Right.
And
you're not going in there looking for no emotional shit. You going in there to get your nut and you leaving about your day. Yeah. That's the mentality you gotta have.
Right.
And if you don't have that mentality, don't do it. You better go get you a vibrator. If you're a man, they got them damn fleshlights. Or just use your hand.
Right.
Simple.
Yeah, don't think about cutting.
Right. And it's okay to say, a lot of people feel like, you know, they feel like it's lame to say they want to be in love. They want to feel a relationship. They want to have sex with a partner, you know. And it's okay to say that. It's okay to admit that.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing that Brother Jody can leave y'all with, I'm going to leave y'all with a little wisdom and advice. You never leave the house without your raincoat and boots because you never know when it may rain. Okay, and when it rains, you may want to go play in the water. You may want to go get wet.
Oh my God.
But you need to have your protection.
That's right.
Sponsored by Trojan.
Oh, shit. Trojan, write us a check, please, for this episode.
Trojan man.
But is that going to be it, you guys?
That's all I have for this one.
All right, y'all. So we are about to go ahead and get to the emails. We got one more commercial break, and we will see you guys after that. What's up, you guys? It's J. Marie, and of course, we are at a commercial break for a moment before we get back to the topic. But I wanted to let y'all know that I have a YouTube channel called Chunky the Gamer. If y'all are not entwined or y'all not subscribed, make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure when you go to the bar at the top of YouTube, type in Chunky the, not THE, but DA Gamer, and I'm going to pop up, you guys. I have so much content coming to that channel, but make sure y'all go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe, okay? And make sure when y'all get there, hit the notification button, and let me know in the comments if I sent y'all from the podcast, all right? Love y'all guys so much, and I will see y'all on the YouTube channel. All right, you guys. So let's get into these emails. So the first one says, major update. Hey, I just can't believe you girls have your own podcast. You guys helped me so much, and I just want to thank you girls for helping me on this journey. So remember the guy who had the girlfriend that was my friend, and they broke up because she was bringing boys to her house, and he found out and beat his ass in her yard. Damn.
Yeah, I remember that one.
I remember that. Yeah, me and him are officially said, yay! We've been made it official since the last time I talked with you girls. Remember, he took me on a date, guys. It was the best outing ever. The date was amazing. And since then, he has been loving on me like no other. And I'm just living the life. Now, this is the problem. So now that we are together fully, a lot of fake pages and numbers have been calling me and harassing me like crazy. I've tried to block them, but it's like when I block them or delete them, they pop back up. I don't want to change my number because it's attached to so many things, but it's making me want to change it so bad now. Besides that, someone came to my house and spread chocolate in my gas tank. They couldn't open it because you have to open it from the inside. So they smeared it on the door of the passenger side. Fucking bitches. Guys, I'm really pissed off and I don't want to have to deal with it myself. The cops won't do shit because they say it's not life-threatening. What should I do? My boyfriend thinks we should move, but I don't know. Help me out, ladies.
You need to get a camera if you can.
Yep, that was going to be the first thing I said. You need definitely to get a fucking camera because chocolate in the fucking... I feel like it's the ex-girlfriend. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's nobody that I would not think it is. It's her. So I feel like ain't no need to move. I feel like...
I would say, bitch, I'm about to put them papers on you if you don't stop.
Period.
I know it's you. I'm going to put them papers on the people in your life.
Period.
So let's stop.
Get some cameras and just set that shit up and see where it go from there. Other than that, I mean, that's the only advice I could tell you. What you say, Blue, other than the cameras.
Shit I said.
Yeah. Just get some cameras and see what the fuck she do after that. And I mean, if it ain't her, you might need to talk with your boo and see what the fuck is going on.
Brother Joe, you have something to say?
Me personally, I would have changed my number. You supposed to change your number every 3 years, apparently.
Really?
Yeah, you're supposed to change that. That helps keep from bill collectors calling in, getting your number and shit like that.
I think it's time to change
so I would have changed my number. As far as the bitch stalking you, if that is who it is, like they said, get cameras. Me personally, I always like a nice pop-up. Like, randomly stay up and see if a motherfucker gonna try me that day and come outside and whoop some ass. But you gotta stay safe. I would say talk to your man first, see what his input is on it, and go with the best decision that you can make.
That's
right,
beautiful.
for sure.
That's all right.
Okay, next one. It's been a minute, but I have a lot of shit going on.
Come on.
Hey girls, I was still listening to the old podcast, and once I got to the last episode, it was an announcement saying that you guys moved. But it's clearly just you two. I'm sad because I wanted you girls to bring the Tea with Key segment back because she was pretty funny. But I understand now from listening to the first episode of the podcast. You cannot allow people to get under your skin, J. Marie. Seems like I've known you both listening to this podcast. I'm currently in episode 5 right now. You girls are very amazing. But I do want to say to Blue that from listening to this podcast, I'm getting a very open-minded individual. You are doing more talking than what you were doing in the Dive Deep podcast, and that's what I'm currently loving right now. You girls as a duo is very refreshing, and the things you girls have said has been very amazing. Blue, I relate to you in so many ways possible that you just don't know. Aww. I will be emailing this podcast more often, but I do need some help. I'm pretty sure you guys have interacted with someone who's a conversational narcissist at least once in our life. I think she means covert narcissist, maybe. How do you handle the person in the situation? I've just found out about the term after avoiding one of my ex-close friends. We are not longtime friends, but I'm pretty much grateful of him giving me connections to work in Germany. A year later, he arrived and also works in the same company. Whenever people ask me how I could find the job, I always answer it's because of Scott, fake name. I do my best to always help and show my love language through cooking. Generally, he's a good person, but he doesn't hesitate to help and so on. Months went by and I started noticing whenever we have conversation, it always shifts back to his topic, even when I'm not finished talking yet. My fault is I always brushed it off. The only time I snapped at him when I was still talking and explaining, then he kind of raised his voice because he was impatient to wait for me finishing my sentence. Having read articles about CN, it reminds me of him. For now, we don't talk much anymore since we are currently working in different departments. One thing I never want to hear from him, and he knows that, is his habit of changing new partners every few months. He's gay. There are many other examples that are too much to write. I feel bad because it seems like I only see the bad sides of him. The truth is I do care about him, but whenever my friends and I give him advice, he never listens and the convo stirs back to himself. Whenever I complain about him, they say, you know he's like that. That's the way he is. At this point, I'm questioning myself if I'm too sensitive. How do I feel after keeping my distance from him? I feel much better, to be honest. It's nice not having to listen to the same stories over and over. One side of me wants to tell him about CN, but if I do it out of the blue, he might feel offended and defensive. One side of me doesn't want to deal with and interact with him. Do you guys have similar stories, and how do you handle it? Oh, she meant conversational narcissism. That's the term.
Can you define the term for me?
Often subtle and unconscious, it's the desire to take over a conversation, to do most of the talking, and to turn the focus of the exchange to yourself.
I know a lot of people like that.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yep.
So, okay, go ahead, Blue. Go first, because I have to dissect this.
Let me see. Do I have a conversational narcissist? I'm sure Toon could give an example about this.
Godfather.
Toon had an episode every single day. Toon, it was like a never-ending series. He would always be beefing with somebody, always be in love with somebody. He would just have something always going on. This great saga of his whole entire life. And it was pretty annoying. He would always have different boys that he was obsessed with. And it was, I don't know, I guess you could say he was kind of a conversational narcissist, but he, I don't know. He had some things about him that were wrong. How do I deal with it? You said you feel much better about keeping your distance because you're not being annoyed by, you know, him just being all about him. He has to be the center of the show. Like, he's the star, you know, like everybody has to be focused on him at all times. One side of me doesn't deal and interact. You don't have to interact with him. Just leave him alone.
Right.
I feel like it's simple as that. Like, you know, friends come and go. You'll find a much better friend who doesn't, you know, just want things to be just all about fucking him, you know? You're not sensitive or anything like that. Just feel like, hey, what the fuck?
Because it should be a mutual thing.
Right.
I should be able to call and tell you about my life, and you do the same to me.
Right.
I have dealt with this situation before. I actually know someone who is, what is the term again?
Conversational narcissist.
Definitely. I know somebody like that. They make the situation about them. It's always about them, their struggle, what they got going on, what they feel like is going on, what they don't feel like is going on. If it ain't going that way, it's the highway. How I deal with it. Oh, it's simple. I'm nice, so I try not to deal with it. Well, I try to.
But what you just told her, don't let nobody get under your skin, J. Marie. Don't let nobody affect you, J. Marie. But look what happens.
Blue I always hear this from Blue. You can't babyfy people, and
No.
how I deal with it, I babyfy it, and now it's time for me to take the pacifier out the motherfucking mouth and
Boop.
say, motherfucker, you need to get it together.
Get that motherfucker off the titty.
And and it's like, the more you do that, like, I always been told, you got to put yourself first. Like, you can't be sitting here babyfying a grown-ass individual when clearly they grown. They can do it themselves.
Right.
They have the mind capacity to do it. But it's like, so much has gone on. Oh, I'm sounding like Blue for a little bit. They got so much going on, they attach themselves to you. And they feel like that they don't have nobody else. So, of course, I got to attach to somebody that's going to be there for me, that's going to ride for me, that's this and that. So, it's just like, how do you take the pacifier out that person's mouth? How do you not be so harsh on them, but be harsh on them? I say, fuck it. Just go the fuck off and just tell them what it is. I mean, I'm learning that right now. So whatever advice you hearing from me or Blue, I'm taking the same advice too. Like, and I'm being dead ass. So yeah.
J. Marie is very nurturing, so people see that and they naturally leech onto her and they dump all their problems and they shit they got going on onto her, expecting her to be like, "Oh, baby, it's gonna be okay, baby." No,
I am very nurturing, but you know, I have to stop because a lot of people take that and would take advantage of that opportunity and do some crazy and like feel like they are obligated to talk to you or move very crazy with you, and it's just like, well, damn, like, why you got to do that? So I'm learning just as much as you are learning.
right.
But Mr. Jody, do you have any advice?
Fuck them!
Oh my God.
Oh,
Don't fuck with them no more, man.
Oh my God.
You can talk to them about one good time. If they a friend, they gonna hear you out. They gonna do something about it.
right.
It got to a time with Tune that I was talking to him frequently, over and over and over and over and over again about the shit that he was doing.
Right.
And I told him, it got to one last time, I said, this is my last time talking to you about any of this shit. And if it don't correct after that, I'm just gonna stop fucking with you.
And that indeed was the
The
last
last time I stopped fucking with that nigga.
Right.
Keep us updated.
Yes. All right, next email says, it's been forever. Hey, ladies. I'm glad to be back listening to the podcast. Well, the new one, actually. I'm 3 episodes in, and I'm loving this podcast. In all seriousness, this podcast is going to get its shine very soon. Keep pushing out episodes and keep sharing with people because the right person is going to listen to it and be hooked and put you ladies in the spotlight. Make sure you girlies get ready. As you girls know, I am currently away from my husband after he put his hands on me for the simplest thing. I have been currently spending time with my babies. I'm not trying to date any time soon, and I don't want to ask of right now. I don't think it's good for me as of right now to date. I have to love myself before I can love anyone else. I learned that from you guys talking about it on the old podcast. You girls' words are truly a blessing to me and to others. I need help about a friend.
Do you remember
this is
who
my
this
problem.
was? Do you remember who this is?
No.
This is the lady whose husband was good during the day, but that night he was very angry and he wanted to watch the soccer game. And he ended up putting his hands on her. Remember?
Oh, yeah. I remember that. Okay. Well, I want to say congratulations for leaving him, and now
Right.
you're doing your own thing.
Right.
I'm glad that you reminded me of that. So, this is the problem. She's thinking of ending her 20-plus year relationship. Talking with my friend and explaining a movie that my child and I were watching, and explaining how cute it was that my child exhibit compassion and empathy, and how he started crying. And I was also crying at this movie. The first thing out of her mouth was, you didn't tell your child to stop crying because boys are allowed to cry too. I stated I would never tell my child that having empathy, compassion, or crying is a bad thing. After changing the subject, it really got me thinking, why of all people would you think I would do that to my child, and let alone my 4-year-old? Like, that hurt my soul. And this person of 20 plus years would state something like that, especially since I have 5 children. Ma'am, how many children you got? 5 children. And she has 1 grown child. Like, screw her. Ooh, okay. I would stop being friends with the bitch.
Stop being friends with her. You're not going to tell me that my little baby boy can't cry. The fuck?
Sorry.
I feel like we need to normalize the fact that men cry too.
Right.
Because a lot of people don't know men go through hell and back and they'll never say a word.
Right.
Never say a word to anyone about it because that's the way society has built us. They have built us in a manner of we cannot show emotion. If we do show emotion, we're weak or they think down of us. You know, back in the day, they used to be like, oh, you're a sissy if you're crying, if you're weak on some stuff.
Yeah.
But I know for me, like, this, especially the stuff that I go through and the stuff that I've been through, like, I've cried, I've shed a tear, and that is okay. Like crying lets you release emotions that you'll otherwise keep built in.
Right.
And they'll wonder why people have so much anger and so much built up stress upon them, or how men just can't hold stuff all the time and will snap randomly. It's because we got all this built up emotions, built up energies inside of us, and we don't know what to do with it.
Right.
Show.
But please keep us updated with that one, because I'd be damned if one of my friends tell me, you need to tell your son stop crying. I'm gonna no, because like he said, like why would I feel comfortable with saying, look, Johnny, you don't need to be crying. Suck it up, suck it up. No, baby, cry. It express your emotions. Like some people, I don't know. I don't want to give her any like excuse, but some people just don't allow their boys to cry. I don't know why. And then that's when their emotional state is all fucked up because, oh, mom didn't let me express my emotions when I wanted to. So, no, I wouldn't. I'm sorry. I'm going to let my child cry. Please, cry to me. Cry. I wonder what y'all cried to. Did y'all watch Lion King? Because that's really a sad movie.
I watched it. I didn't cry to it.
Not at all.
Really? I cry every time I watch Lion King. Sorry. I just had to say that. Okay, so we on the last email?
Yeah, this is the last one. You girls are hilarious.
I'm...
Before I start, I want to ask, did you girls do another podcast just now? Like, are you girls running too? Because someone sent me an email saying that you girls and the snack guy were back doing a podcast together. I wanted to ask before going to conclusions. I know you girls would have said something, but I don't believe it. But I had to ask because that was very strange. I received that email. Pause.
If it wasn't announced on here,
It's not the truth.
it's not the truth.
Number 2, can you send us a screenshot of the email? Number 3, who is sending that email?
Come on, because
Number 4, because we have no intentions of starting another podcast with anybody at this very moment in time.
at all. Sorry.
If any of y'all got an email like that,
Please
It's
let
not
us know.
true.
Let us know.
for whoever's starting a new podcast, y'all gonna know when y'all don't hear our voices on there.
Definitely.
So, I mean, whoever's using us for promo or whatever the goal is here,
Do
no.
anything for clout.
Child. Anyways, so I spoke with the cops as you girls told me to. I've been listening to the podcast since you guys posted it today, and I immediately went to the cops and told them everything. I asked if I could get some form of restraining order against her because I do not feel safe with her or being friends with her at all.
Okay.
But I do have to tell you girls, this strange thing that she wanted to do, and I just don't trust it at all. So my guy friend came over yesterday to speak with me about the incident that happened when she was being all crazy outside my door. We were laughing, and he was telling me that she was really insane and that something is truly wrong with her mentally. As me and him are talking, I get a text saying that they can babysit my dog. Now, I put an ad out not too long ago saying that I was looking for someone to sit with my dog while I'm working and doing other things. I don't mind paying whatever. I just really need someone to watch my little fur baby. I gave instructions to send a picture of them and a little bit of about themselves to my email. Not my phone. I never put my phone number on the flyer. I was scared to because people are extremely insane out here. Right. So when the text message came to my phone, I was a little confused because I don't understand how they got my number. I didn't reply and just put my phone back down because I don't know who it is, so why respond? Immediately after that, I get another text from another phone number saying that they will watch my dog for $500 a week. A week? I got money, but I'm not that rich to be spending car insurance money on someone to watch my damn dog. So now I'm getting furious, and I don't understand why someone is playing games on my phone. My guy friend saw the look on my face, and he asked me what's wrong. I told him about these random text messages that are coming up about watching my dog, and I clearly didn't put my number on these flyers. At this time, as I'm explaining to him, I now have a total of 20 text messages.
Damn.
He gets very irritated and states that he can find out who it is from this app on the black web he has on his computer.
Oh my God.
I got scared at first, but I was like, okay, because I heard that people from the dark web can check your IP and find you and kill you. He assured me that it was fine and I'm good. He asked me for all the numbers, and behold, it's from her fucking phone. Long story short, I'm pissed. What should I do? Because this is becoming insane.
Bring the evidence to the police.
Yep.
That hoe is weird.
What's your goal?
What is the motive?
What the hell you do to that motherfucker to make her that
She didn't do
crazy?
nothing.
I'm
Okay,
text
so
back and be like, Sally Sue, I know this is you. I'm finna come to your house and beat your ass right now in about 5 seconds.
So this is a story. They had like a party or some shit, and the girl who emailed us, She threw up. And the friend or the girl at the time, she doesn't like throw up. And she ended up calling the fucking ambulance. Had that girl go to the hospital. She was drunk, so of course you're gonna throw up. They knew she was drunk. They just gave her what, a Alka-Seltzer and some Sprite or some shit, and let her go home. This bitch got home. She couldn't even go in her motherfucking apartment because the bitch was up there with about 3 other bitches and that girl dog sitting there.
Just posted up, chilling.
Posted the fuck up. Oh, I just wanted to have some company while you're at the hospital, bitch. In my house. That hoe bonkers. I say no. I say bring that shit to the cops and
even more evidence of who this person is.
Yeah.
And why they stalked me and why I need these papers right fucking now. I be like, Sally, I know this is you. You see me walking down the hall to beat your ass. I'm coming.
I'm on my way.
Bring that shit to the cops.
Some crazy shit be happening when you're drunk.
But hold on, my next question is though with that. Well, what if the cops can't do nothing? Honestly, like, well, what would the next step be for her? Then
They're probably gonna have to press civil harassment.
I'll beat her ass. Fuck it.
That's what you gotta do.
I have to put hands on her. Like, all right, bitch. Now I have to fight you. Like, sorry, that's it. Let's throw down. But please keep us updated with this one because I'm damn near concerned for her. Honestly, I am. All right, you guys, that is actually going to be it for this episode. Right. Do we have any advice that we want to give to the listeners on this episode? Do we have any advice? Well, let's start off with the special guest, you guys. Do you have any advice?
Only advice that I have is keep our head up. This is a crazy world we live in, and we just making it day through day. Keep your head up, stay blessed. If y'all got any questions for good brother Jody, send them in. I'll try my best to answer them, send my answers in to the podcast. We'll never know when brother Jody may pop back up.
Mine is sometimes the bad things that happen in our lives put us directly on the path to the best things that will ever happen to us.
And mine, of course, is be healthy and take care of yourself, but be happy with the beautiful things that make you, you. Period. So that's gonna be it, you guys. Let's give a clap for our special guest.
The first guest of the series.
The first guest of the series. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Many more guests to come. Thank you so much, Mr. Jody, for coming.
Always,
Thank you for being a part of the podcast. Hopefully you can tell your friends, baby daddies, sisters, cousins about us so they could, take a listen.
Absolutely. I always tell you a joke, but I
never tell you a
never tell you a lie.
That's going to be it, you guys. This is J. Marie.
This is Blue.
And this is good brother Jody.
And we will see you guys on the next episode. Bye.